another video with my friend Alex, and today we're discussing Black women just having real conversations about everything that's going on right now, touching bases on police brutality, some Black history, just everything that has to do with Black people. So, first question, how are you doing, Alex?
You know, I'm doing okay. I feel like it's literally one day at a time with all these things that's happening. I'm actually so glad that all this is happening to reveal our real traumas, because I feel like this is really from the post-traumatic slavery. So a lot of things that are happening today is not something that just happened overnight. It's something that's been a build-up.
What have you been doing to cope with everything that's been going on? Like, how have you been able to manage all the stress? Because I know this has been putting like a lot on to our Black people. A lot of stress, a lot of built-up emotion.
I would say literally I meditate. Meditation is powerful to me. I make sure that I'm staying close to my family and friends and checking in with them. I go on walks. I get myself outside, and I have been educating myself too on a lot of things. And I've also been coping by being a part of some protests, because I feel like it releases a lot that's inside of me, but in a passionate way.
Speaking of protests, let's talk about the protests. So what have your thoughts been on about protesting?
I think protesting is very powerful. I do believe that America has pushed this MLK narrative so hard on the people to be peaceful, and it's okay for us to be angry because I feel like being angry is being healthy, and being angry is also sending out a message, because there's a lot of stigma and stereotypes about us being angry as Black people, and specifically as Black women. But when you don't check into, well, what caused this person to be angry, then you'll just take it and run with it from anything that a person thinks.
Exactly. I've been like so fed up with like people having to justify like protests about being peaceful, and like I feel like it's just complying to non-people of color's feelings and just kind of like watering it down. Like, okay, we're gonna be nice, we're gonna be peaceful, when this is like something that we're angry and passionate.
I used to be like, oh, why are people doing this and burning it down? But it clicked to me, this ain't our shit. None of this is our shit.
Right.
None of it, whether it's in our community or not. It's literally not ours. What I've learned from these people is that they are entitled to do and feel however they want, just as individually we are. And yet, with all of this happening, it's still for Black lives.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
And let's not forget that there was just riots and protesting like with non-people, white people. We're just gonna say white people out there protesting, rioting because of COVID, because they couldn't work. You know what I mean? There was literally
or get a haircut. And like I kept saying on racism, is that racism is not about having a change of heart. It's about coming with a consequence. Because the way the Constitution is set up, racism is not protected, but discrimination's in there, hate crimes in there. But racism leads up to hate crimes and discrimination, and they say, well, it's not discrimination or hate crime unless it becomes violent. But but we know how many different forms of abuse there is. So racism is part of emotionally, mentally, physical, spiritual abuse.
So what's your thoughts on Black women, like the recognition that Black men get over Black women versus like basically with police brutality, really just anything? Does that make sense?
Like, in a little bit more, what do you mean by that? Black men over Black women?
Basically, Black people going more hard like for George Floyd than they were for Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean?
I honestly think that's a way to keep us separate. Because we equally matter. And the Black woman is everything. The Black woman births the Black men. So I think our natural being has allowed us to nurture the black man, because it's not that we are any more or less important, but we're more natural nurturers for our black men.
Right.
But oh yes, I think equally we need to be protected, but we have to be nurturing our black man, especially if we are asking these black men to step in front of the front lines and be fighting for us and be our kings and our warriors.
Right.
So we have to give them what they need for them to be able to give us what we need. Because if a black man doesn't have what he needs, he can never give the black woman what she needs.
Exactly. That's what we as a community, black people, need to do in order to get the justice and see change, the change that we need.
Okay. Well, I always say this. Justice will never happen without accountability. And where people go wrong is I'm not wrong. I'm right. You know, they don't really take accountability. And without that accountability, I always say there is no justice, because a person is failing to realize that, hey, they made a mistake. I respect more people who are like, hey, I fucked up. And let me tell you why I fucked up. But when you come out of a situation and you just, your defenses of that, I'm going to be more angry at you, because it's going to take all this extra energy in me to let you know, how do you not see that you're wrong?
Right.
And it's not just about being right or wrong. It's about the impact that you have created to where you need to very much think stuff like that. I think it's hard in America. Like, we got our prison reform, or not prison reform, but our incarcerated men right now who are not given second chances once they get out. And that's deep and important, because what America's narrative is saying is that you are not worthy. Even the black women who are incarcerated, when they get out, it's, you are not worthy. You fucked up. You have this paper trail. You did this. So even when you grow and come out as a changed person, America abuses that. It's like, oh, no. What they went in for, that's who they really are. But a lot of us can think certain things, but we're really not that person anymore, or we outgrow these things that we've been through. Look how many of our black men had to literally grow up in this system. They go in there as children and become out as grown adult males, and then they're in the system, and the system literally fails them. I have my own experience with that, of a black male, me being with a black male, where the system has failed him, where they could have helped him to where if the system would have helped this black man sooner, he would not be dead right now. So I definitely go hard for our incarcerated ones, and I definitely feel like they should be clear once they serve that time and get out. It's time for a new slate. We have to clean things up. And so our black men, that's deep too, because it's separating our black men to be there for us as black women. And for me, honestly, I never thought about a black person not being president, but when that happened, I campaigned so hard for it. And I just feel like we could have black Democrats and black Republicans. We just need black representation in every aspect of life, literally. So that's very important to us black people. I think that's something we can agree on. It's beyond blackface too. It's beyond blackface.
Yeah.
We talking about black representation, genuine, passionate, like people like, you look like me, I could do it, you could do it, we all could do it. Let's get it.
Black
you know
lawyers, black doctors, black professors,
dentists, teachers, therapists, personal trainers, everything.
Right. That would definitely do good for us, like for our community. Also, like, I feel like something that needs to change within our community is the divide. Like, for us to find the justice we need to come together. We need to be united, and also we need to be like aligned with ourselves. A lot of us are just like, when I say proper nutrition, I really be going in about proper nutrition.
I've been working on my health day at a time, and then I realize the more healthier I'm eating, eliminating sodas and just all these heavy foods, makes me feel better just by doing it. Like, you would definitely feel the difference, and we all got to start somewhere. This still, even our eating habits, part of slavery again. You know what I'm saying? So like, Black people do care about their health. They do. They just need to be educated, informed, and taught.
Right.
Somebody has to. You can't just always you talk down on them about it. That's discouraging them.
Exactly.
But to educate, implement, and lead by example is where we start to feel those spirits and really want to make a change.
That really comes with like us coming together and being united, just helping each other, enlightening each other, educating each other, and being there for one another. I feel like that will help us to become united, and like we can find the justice that we need and work together. Because right now we're not here. We're not. Like, we got people over here talking about light skin, dark skin. We got people over here talking about black on black crime, and it's like,
but that just shows literally how damaged America has destroyed our black community. Because even within our black community, it's a big divide. But other strong black people like us are picking those people up, nurturing them. We're not dismissing them. We're saying you still matter, but check this out. You have to literally know we have been destroyed as a whole.
Right.
And this is their agenda and propaganda for us, and their ploy to do this, to keep us separated. And we don't want to be separated. We love each other. They separate us by what? Weight. They separate us by skin color. They separate us by hair texture. They separate us by class. They separate us by who's a single parent and who comes from a two-parent. Everything. And we don't want to live like this as black people. So it's gonna take, yes, of course, each other to fix each other, but literally every other person is just as responsible for this mess as just white people. Everybody is responsible for this mess, because many of you have contributed to this, and your families have contributed to this, and we actually are just now having first generational people standing up saying, I will not be like my family, and I will support black lives. And this is coming outside of white community groups, outside of that.
Man, we got people in all states protesting.
The nations are literally protesting, and they get it, because if you do not fight for black people, who cares about them discriminating over you? They don't care. You think they would care? No.
Let's talk about how black civil rights started every civil rights movement. I'm talking about started LGBTQ, started women's rights, started everything. So it's like, it's not, all lives do not matter until black lives matter. And
period.
That's just period. And that's how we gonna end this video.
Exclamation
point.
Okay.
So thank you for watching and tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe, comment what you think, comment some resources, comment some history, points down there. And
let us know.
Let us know. Let's talk, black people of the world.